Every day, thousands of airplanes take off and land at airports around the world. At major international hubs, hundreds of flights may arrive and depart within just a few hours. From the passenger's perspective, airports appear busy but surprisingly organized. Flights arrive, passengers board, luggage moves through the system, and planes depart again. But behind that seemingly smooth experience is an enormous coordination system working constantly to keep everything running safely. Without this hidden infrastructure, the global aviation network would quickly descend into chaos. Airports must manage aircraft movements in the air, coordinate ground operations, schedule arrivals and departures, monitor weather conditions, and ensure strict safety procedures are followed at all times. And they must do this while handling thousands of passengers and aircraft every day. To understand how airports coordinate so many flights, we need to look at the systems working behind the scenes. The first major component of airport coordination is airspace management. Airports are surrounded by controlled airspace, which means aircraft approaching or departing the airport must follow specific routes and instructions. This airspace is managed by Air Traffic Control, or ATC. Air traffic control is responsible for maintaining safe distances between aircraft, coordinating flight paths, and ensuring that planes can land and take off safely. Controllers track aircraft using radar and satellite-based tracking systems. Each aircraft appears on their screens as a moving symbol that displays important information such as altitude, speed, and flight number. Using this information, controllers guide aircraft through designated arrival routes toward the airport. But managing aircraft in the sky is only part of the challenge. Airports also need to coordinate everything happening on the ground. Once an aircraft approaches the airport, it must be carefully sequenced into the landing queue. Controllers calculate safe spacing between planes to prevent conflicts. This spacing depends on several factors, including aircraft speed, wind conditions, and aircraft size. Larger aircraft generate stronger wake turbulence, which means smaller aircraft must remain further behind them during approach. Because of this, controllers carefully arrange aircraft in the correct order long before they reach the runway. Once an aircraft is cleared to land, the runway becomes the most critical part of the airport. Runways are limited resources. Only one aircraft can safely occupy a runway section at a time. This means airports must carefully schedule arrivals and departures to maximize runway efficiency while maintaining safety. At extremely busy airports, aircraft may land every 60 to 90 seconds during peak periods. To maintain this pace, controllers must coordinate each landing precisely. After landing, the aircraft must exit the runway quickly so the next plane can arrive. Pilots are guided to nearby taxiways, which are the roads aircraft use to move around the airport. Taxiways form a complex network that connects runways, terminals, maintenance areas, and cargo facilities. Ground controllers manage aircraft movements along these taxiways. Their job is similar to traffic controllers in a busy city, directing dozens of aircraft as they move through the airport. At major airports, dozens of planes may be taxiing at the same time. Controllers must ensure these aircraft do not block each other or create bottlenecks. But coordinating aircraft movement is only one part of airport operations. Airlines also operate their own operations control centers, which track flights across entire airline networks. These centers monitor aircraft schedules, crew assignments, maintenance requirements, and passenger connections. If a flight is delayed, operations teams adjust schedules to minimize disruption across the network. Because flights are interconnected, a delay in one airport can affect flights across multiple cities. Airline operations teams constantly analyze schedules and adjust plans to keep the network running smoothly. Another critical factor in airport coordination is gate management. Each arriving aircraft must be assigned a gate where passengers can disembark and new passengers can board. But gates are limited resources. Airports must carefully schedule which aircraft will use each gate and when. If one flight arrives late, it can delay another flight that was scheduled to use the same gate. Airport management systems track gate assignments and adjust them as needed to prevent conflicts. At the same time, ground crews begin preparing the aircraft for its next flight. This process is known as aircraft turnaround. During turnaround, several tasks must happen quickly. Passengers disembark. Cleaning crews enter the aircraft. Fuel trucks refuel the plane. Baggage handlers unload luggage from the cargo hold, new luggage and cargo are loaded, catering trucks deliver food and supplies, and the pilots review their next flight plan. At busy airports, airlines aim to complete this entire process in as little as 30 to 60 minutes. This requires careful coordination between many different teams working simultaneously. Another major factor affecting airport coordination is weather. Weather conditions can significantly affect airport capacity. Heavy rain, snow, fog, or strong winds may reduce visibility or require aircraft to use different approach procedures. When visibility decreases, controllers must increase the spacing between aircraft to maintain safety. This means fewer planes can land per hour. Storm systems can also force aircraft to change routes or delay departures. Airports and airlines rely on advanced weather monitoring systems to anticipate these changes and adjust schedules accordingly. In addition to weather, airports must also manage global air traffic flows. Airports do not operate in isolation. Each airport is connected to a much larger network of international flights. Air traffic management systems coordinate traffic across entire regions of airspace. These systems help regulate how many flights depart from certain airports and when they can arrive at others. For example, if one airport becomes congested, departures from other airports may be delayed to prevent overcrowding in the airspace. These decisions are coordinated by national and international aviation authorities. Technology plays a huge role in keeping all of this running smoothly. Modern airports rely on sophisticated software systems that track aircraft positions, predict arrival times, and optimize runway usage. These systems help controllers make decisions quickly when conditions change. Digital communication systems also connect pilots, controllers, and airline operations teams in real time. All of this information flows through centralized operations control centers, where airport managers monitor activity across the entire airport. These centers provide a real-time overview of flights, gates, weather conditions, and ground operations. If problems occur, managers can quickly adjust plans and redirect resources to keep operations running. Behind the scenes, thousands of people work together to make airport coordination possible. Air traffic controllers manage aircraft movements in the air and on the ground. Ground crews service aircraft and handle baggage. Airline operations teams monitor schedules and logistics. Airport engineers maintain runways, taxiways, and infrastructure. Together, these teams manage one of the most complex transportation systems ever created. Every takeoff and landing depends on careful coordination between pilots, controllers, and airport staff. And yet, for passengers, the process often feels simple. You arrive at the airport, board your flight, and minutes later, you're in the air. But behind that smooth experience is an enormous infrastructure system coordinating thousands of flights every day. Airports are not just transportation hubs. They are complex logistical systems designed to move people and aircraft safely and efficiently through one of the busiest transportation networks in the world. And like many systems explored on this channel, most of this infrastructure operates quietly in the background, out of sight, but essential to modern life. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe to Hidden Infrastructure of the World. Also, comment down below what hidden infrastructure you want to see next. See you in the next video.